Do you guys want to be interviewed though?
Yeah.
All right. I see that you think Snape's bad.
Of course. Yes. Snape is an evil git that needs to fry in hell.
Oh, strong words, strong words. All right, here's a question. No one has seen this, but maybe if you have. Who do you think the dragon is on the deluxe edition? Have you seen it?
I have seen it, and I'm kind of hoping it's Norbert because he was so cute in Hagrid's hut. Got to bring him back.
Yeah, you got to bring him back. I mean, why would she put him in the book in the first place and not to bring him back? Okay. All right. Is Harry Horcrux?
No, Harry's not a Horcrux. I don't think so. I think that everyone's looking for this mystery Horcrux. I think it's already gone because Voldemort needed something to survive when he killed the Potters, or when the Potters got killed and it backfired and he got booted out of his body. He needed another. He had to use one of his Horcruxes in order to get back in his body.
That is very good. I actually never heard that theory before, but that is very good. Here's one. Do you think that Tom Riddle's trophy that he got when he got Hagrid in trouble, you think that's a Horcrux?
No, I think the thing is, as much as Tom Riddle, Voldemort, he must not name, jackass, whatever you want to call him. You might have to edit a little bit of this. I think that as much as he loves Hogwarts and wants to get in there, I think it's more the history. And I think that's a history he's not proud of because he wanted to say, hey, I'm the heir of Slytherin. And that's why you have the diary, and that's what that all ties into. That's his Horcrux to that.
So do you think... All right, so do you think Harry's going to go back to Hogwarts?
I'm not. That's one of the things I'm torn about. I could see him using it as a home base, but honestly, I think he has too much to do to actually go back.
Very true, but 6 books of Hogwarts and the 7 of them to have. You're not going to see it at all, you don't think?
I think Hogwarts is going to be in there because I think they're going to have to go back there for some reason, but I don't see him actually going for a full year. I mean, if you're worried about potions and crazy stuff, yeah, when you got to be worrying about a mass murderer who's trying to kill you and you got to kill, it's not as important.
Very true, very true. All right. Who's R.A.B.?
Remus, not Remus, Sirius's little brother.
Little brother.
And I think that's where you're going to see the locket appear. I think it's the one that Creature had in the 5th book. He was storing away, and I think that's where Creature's going to come back and play an important role.
Now, a lot of people on websites think that Gringotts is going to play a big role. Do you think Gringotts is?
I think it already played its role. I think it already did. I mean, I work for a Harry Potter website, which I got to give a heads up, HarryPotterFanfiction.com. Gotta love it. Miss Fred Weasley.
Woo, 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 woo.
Yeah, there we go.
Harry Potter for life.
Okay.
But I think it kind of already did. I think it's important that it's shown that how powerful Voldemort was, that he could break into Gringotts without knowing it. I think that's already had its basis. I think it played its part.
So where do you think they are in the UK cover? On that, when they're falling through and there's all those jewels and armor, what do you think that is?
I kind of think that's probably somewhere in Hogwarts. I think both covers almost want to parallel each other a little bit. And I think if you're seeing the outwards of Hogwarts a lot on the US cover, I think it could be something that has to do with...
All right, so wait, do you think that the cover of the US is at Hogwarts?
I think it's at Hogwarts. I think that the final battle is going to take place at Godric's Hollow, but I think there's going to be a preliminary battle almost at Hogwarts.
All right. I never got your name. What's your name?
Nicole Michelle, Miss Fred Weasley.
Miss Fred Weasley. Okay. What is Lily's role going to be in this book?
Other than the protection that she had put on Harry, I think the importance has to be is I think that Snape was in love with her.
Snape was in love with her. Ooh, Snape. Getting them cheeks. Well, anyway, what do you think her eyes going to be? Everyone says his eyes.
Yeah, Lily's eyes. I think it's going to be something that's going to throw Voldemort. I think when they're in that final battle, it's almost going to be, he's going to see Lily almost come out of him. It's one of those weird mystical, let's Joe explain it kind of things, but I think it's going to be when they're in the final battle, it's going to have the kind of importance there, and he's going to see Lily in some way.
Well, how do you think he's going to defeat Voldemort? Because in the cover, they don't have wands.
Yeah.
So how's that going to happen?
Actually, this is my favorite thing because they can't have their wands because their wands connect. I think he's going to use Godric Gryffindor's sword.
Oh, you don't think he was going to pull out a 9mm and shoot him in the dome?
Who wouldn't love that? But no, I think it comes down to swords.
Swords. So wait, where do you think it is? At Hogwarts? The final battle?
I think they're going to have a preliminary battle at Hogwarts, but I think it's going to go back to where it started. It's going to happen at Godric's Hollow.
What do you think the Veil's going to do? Because we don't know much about the Veil. She didn't really explain anything. You think it's going to be an important part in the book?
I'm not sure. That's one of the things I'm really not sure about. In my heart, I want to see Sirius come back, second favorite character. But I think he's kind of moved on, and I think it is more of like a... Have you ever seen the movie Beetlejuice, how they had like the lost soul doorway?
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's kind of like that. Like I said, I would love to find a way for Sirius to come back through, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Here's a question. She said that she killed 2 people to save someone. Who do you think that person is?
I think one of them's going to be Hagrid.
Hagrid. Ooh, that would put a damper on his.
I would definitely would put a damper on things because I do love Hagrid a lot, but I think he's so protective. I think he's the final step in the clearance to Harry, because so many times you see it, like Dumbledore said, his parents died. Sirius died to protect him. I think Harry gets almost that last line of step. He is the last father figure kind of thing, other than, and that goes to my second one, it could be Arthur Weasley.
Oh, Arthur Weasley. I mean, it is foreshadowing. He did get attacked before,
Yeah,
so.
He did. And I think, come on, there's 9 Weasleys. If they're in the middle of war on the
One of them's
line,
gotta go.
One of them got to go.
What about Ginny? You think she's going to live?
I think I got to go with Ginny's going to live and Harry's going to live, and they're going to live happily ever after and have 100 little children.
Oh, okay,
Maybe not that much, but come on, from the Weasleys, big families are known.
Now, a lot of people think that the 2 people that are going to die are Fred and George. What do you think about that?
I would probably throw my book across the room.
I would too. I love Fred and George.
No, Fred and George, obviously going back.
Weasley, Mrs. Weasley.
I don't want to be a widow. Now, I could see it happening because they are so close to Harry. They're probably his best friends other than the trio and Ginny. So I could see them being a big hit, the whole you-know-poo.
The you-know-poo.
You got to kind of go with it like that. So it's going to happen.
Oh, he tripped over there.
It could.
Yeah, it could.
I don't want it to, but it could. It's a possibility.
Now, what do you think about Neville killing Bellatrix? Think it's going to happen?
I definitely think he's going to have something to do with the capture of Bellatrix. I could see him killing her, but I don't think he has enough hate in his heart to kill her. I mean, in the long run, he still can see his parents, but I think that he's going to be the one to capture her and bringing her down.
Now, do you think in this book that Death Eater's going to come and Harry's going to be AKing people left and right? You think he's going to be mass murderer, or how's he going to take these people down?
I can't see, Harry's too good to mass kill people. That would be a Death Eater's thing. I mean, that goes back to the 5th and 6th books where he's bordering on that, am I evil, am I good, because I want to kill him. What's my choices? I think he's going to find a way to capture him. I think he's going to find a way to stop him. But I don't think he's just going to go bang, 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 you're dead kind of thing.
Now,
it would be nice. But
now, she said that someone is going to become a teacher later on in life. Who do you think that is?
I'm going to go with Neville and herbology.
Herbology, very nice, very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, what else we got here? What was there? I was gonna say something, but I can't remember what it was. Yeah, Hogwarts. Is it gonna stay open?
I think they are. I think as long as you got the dedicated staff, it has, because they're all right there. I mean, Slughorn already signed on. He'll stay to teach potions. You got Hagrid, who already said that as long as there's a student who's willing to learn, I think they're going to come back in, and I think it's going to show that even though it's going bad and everything's good, we're still here, we're still strong, and you're not going to stop us that quick.
Very nice, very nice. Here's a question now. I just remembered it. Now, Malfoy and Harry, they've been having it out for a long time now. And everyone thinks, well, a lot of people think that Draco's going to team up with Harry. What do you think about that?
I doubt it. I want to see it happen, though. Here's my thing, is with the whole thing with Snape, he's like, I'm going to kill Snape. He crossed the line. But Draco started lowering his mind. He wasn't going to go through with it, and I think Harry feels pity, and I think that's probably the worst thing you can feel for your worst enemy is pity. So I can't maybe see them being all buddy-buddy like King and Ron are, but I can definitely see him being like,
okay, you're here.
You're here. We can work around this. You can be our spy since, well, like I said, Snape's a kid.
Yes, yes, yes. Here's another question. Do you think Lucius will come back and kill Hermione? Because they've always been having out. Or Arthur Weasley will kill Lucius, because, you know, they've been going at it for...
I think I could see it definitely coming down, and I think Lucius would be the one to kill Arthur. Because I think that as much as aggression Arthur has, he doesn't have it in him to just openly kill, where Lucius wouldn't think twice about it.
And then maybe Ron come back and AK,
Yeah, there we go. Ron
AK him,
taking
right?
out
Yeah,
Lucius.
take
I
him
can
out,
see
take him
that.
out. All right, well, thank you very much. You were probably the best one out here tonight. You know what you're talking about. You guys were cool. You did a cool impression. She was cool standing there. Everyone's cool. Give her the. Did you give her the card already?
Got the card.
Okay.